As a talker, right? I mean, a lot of people have been talking about this, not only in the WGL newsroom. So, H.B. Reese's grandson is lashing out at the Derry Township candy maker, accusing them of hurting the Reese's brand by shifting to cheaper ingredients in many products, resulting, he says, in a poorer taste. 70-year-old Brad Reese said in a recent letter to Hershey's corporate brand manager that for multiple Reese's products, the company replaced milk chocolate with compound coatings and peanut butter with peanut cream. The letter said, quote, "How does the Hershey Company continue to position Reese's as its flagship brand, a symbol of trust, quality, and leadership, while quietly replacing the very ingredients that built Reese's trust in the first place?" Well, as we mentioned, Brad is the grandson of H.B. Reese, who spent 2 years at Hershey before forming his own candy company in 1919. He invented Reese's Peanut Butter Cups in 1928, and his 6 sons eventually sold his company to Hershey, in 1963. Now, for their part, Hershey said in a statement to News 8 that Reese's Peanut Butter Cups are made the same way they have always been, with milk chocolate and peanut butter that the company makes itself from roasted peanuts and a few other ingredients, including sugar and salt. But some Reese's ingredients do vary, with the company saying, quote, "As we've grown and expanded the Reese's product line, we make product recipe adjustments that allow us to make new shapes, sizes, and innovations that Reese's fans have come to love and ask for, while always protecting the essence of what makes Reese's unique and special, the perfect combination of chocolate and peanut butter." So you kind of have two sides here. Someone's upset. Hershey's kind of defending their products.
Why did Brad Reese get so upset here in the first place?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. And now it actually comes from one of the spin-off products. It actually is not the peanut butter cups, the original. It's this. You're looking at it right here. He lives in Florida, and he said he recently threw out a bag of Reese's Hearts, which were a new product released for Valentine's Day. The packaging notes that the heart-shaped candies are made from chocolate candy and peanut butter cream, not milk chocolate and peanut butter. So, speaking with the Associated Press, he called the candy inedible and said, quote, "You have to understand, I used to eat a Reese's product every day. This is very devastating for me." Now, the aforementioned candy that you guys said, this is the bag of these Reese's Hearts. You read the label here, there is a lot of extra stuff in there that's not in the regular cups, with Hershey telling us that they need to do that to keep the shape, the heart shape of this product. In a conference call with investors last year, Hershey's chief financial officer did say the company made some changes in some of its formulas. He did not say for which products, but said Hershey was very careful to maintain the taste profile and the specialness of their iconic brand. So again, you're talking about these hearts. They come in these certain shapes. Basically, Hershey's saying, well, we need to do this or we can't make it into this heart shape.